Nikki from Jacksonville. You're not the only one from Jacksonville, Nikki. It's fine. It's all good. All right, guys. So this is the Mindset Masterclass or the Mindset Training course, right? Whichever way you want to call it, you can call it Mastermind Training. You can call it Mindset Training. It's always the same thing. All right. It's mastering your thoughts and rewiring your mind. All right. And that's huge in success. It's huge in being an entrepreneur. It's huge in being a business owner, especially an independent business owner. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of knowledge do I have about this? Well, my name's Amy Peterson. Some of you do know me, some of you don't know me. For those of you who do and don't know me, you may or may not know that I have taken myself to a whole different level during this amazing pandemic onset. And I actually attended a online university certification course, and I actually got certified as a success and life coach. So one of the biggest things that we had to go through was psychology. And anybody who tells you they're a success coach, ask if they've been through psychology. Okay, at least Psych 101. Now, that being said, when we did our courses, we had to really look inside of ourselves and really look at how we do things and how we see things, how we perceive things, and then again, how we make our next move. And if any of you were in the group chat this morning or last night, you saw that Nina Mitchell put out a post to put on your Facebook to create engagement. And it was about the Queen's Gambit. That is possibly one of the best series of psychology ever. Okay, I highly encourage you guys to watch it. Definitely get in there and look at it, because it really talks a lot about what we're going to be diving into also. Also, if you guys like movies, Russell Crowe had another great movie called A Beautiful Mind. That's another one to really get into and look at. So this definitely is going to be taking you further into thinking and how you not only perceive yourself, but how you also make your next move and how you handle situations. Book. Books are amazing. Knowledge is great. If you do not have this book, and you want it for free, I know this is going to sound really bad. If you want it for free, go to pdfdrive.com. That's pdfdrive.com and download your copy of the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. That's actually what we're going to be going over in this series, okay? This is by John C. Maxwell, amazing author, okay? And every entrepreneur should know who John C. Maxwell is. Every single one of us, all right? But this book right here, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, get in the chat if you ever heard of John C. Maxwell and you are going to download your copy. Get in the chat. Let me know if you're going to do it. Yes. Awesome. Perfect. Exactly. And this is exactly what you want to do, okay? You want this book, okay? It is an amazing book. And like I said, we're actually going to be going over it throughout these mastermind classes, okay? And it's going to help you. It's going to expand more on what we talk about, okay? This is, funny story, this was actually one of the books we had to read for that success coach training. We had to learn these laws, up, down, left, right, okay? And it opened so much, and that's definitely what I want to share with you. So first, I want you to know, potential is one of the greatest words in any language. And we are all born with the potential to do anything we want. Anything. Whether it be good or whether it be bad. We have the potential to do whatever we want. That potential can lead to success. It can lead to high levels of leadership. It can lead to amazing relationships. It can lead to uncountable wealth, whether it be, monetary wealth or emotional wealth or, physical wealth, whatever it might be. Potential is literally one of the greatest words. When you sit there and you hear someone say, I'm going to use Danny as an example. Danny, I want you to know this. I absolutely love, love, love who you are. You have so much potential in this company to not just grow, but flourish and help change other lives. How do you feel when someone says something like that to you? Sheila, what if I were to sit there and say, Sheila, you are an amazing leader, but I've got to tell you, you have so much potential to go even higher if you would just believe in you. How do you all feel when you hear that one word, potential? Get in the chat, let me know. Yeah, exactly, Danny. Right? It kind of gives you that warm and fuzzy feeling, right? But exactly, Alexis, it also gives you confidence. And it allows you to see past what you might think is a flaw, right? Because some of us sit there and we hit certain points of leadership and it's just like, oh my gosh, I cannot handle this. I can't handle this. There's too many people. Well, guess what the universe is going to tell you? First of all, it's going to tell you, okay, I'm not going to give you any more people. Period. End of story. You've just thrown that out to the universe. And you have just shut the door on your potential. And what happens then? Well, guess what, guys? Unfulfilled potential is music that will never play. Think about that. What if there was never any Mozart? And some of you are like, I don't listen to classical. Okay, fine. What if there was never any, all right, I'm gonna hit the ladies on this one. What if there was never any New Kids on the Block? I know I love classical too, Kathy. But seriously, what if there was never any New Kids on the Block? What if there was never any Backstreet Boys? What if there was never any NSYNC? I'm old, guys, okay. What if there was never any New Edition, Kathy? Exactly. But the thing is, though, is that somebody saw potential in these guys, right? And I know the guys on here are probably like, so. Somebody saw potential in those kids, those boys. And they let them know they had potential. But then they had to get these kids out of their comfort zones, right? They had to change their mindset. They filled them with, you are a star. You have star quality, and we are going to show that. Now I want you to dance. Truth be told, almost none of those guys in any of those groups I just mentioned had any form of dance training or musical inclination. How's that? They auditioned with their looks, which we all love, don't get me wrong. But how do you take somebody from just looks and almost no musical background and no dance background and turn them into like literally overnight sensations who are singing and dancing all over the place? It's rewiring their minds, letting them know that they had potential, because if not, it would have been unfulfilled. Absolutely unfulfilled. So, that being said, you got to have self-awareness. Self-awareness. You've got to look at yourself. You've got to look inside of yourself. What makes you comfortable? What makes you uncomfortable? Where exactly, are you going to go? Where do you want to go? What are your stumbling blocks? What's blocking you? What are your roadblocks? Basically. Sorry, I've only had one cup of coffee, and anybody who knows me knows I need at least 3 to function. But self-awareness is absolutely huge, and you've got to take that pause, and you've got to let yourself see you. Because if you don't, how are you supposed to share your greatest gifts with somebody else? How are you supposed to work on your flaws? Heck, there's people out there who think their flaws are their strengths, and we all know they're not, right? Like, we see them and we're like, not so much. Okay, I know this is totally blurry, and I really, really do apologize. I just really like, so character, okay? When you have a positive character, look at the type of words that come into this. You create influence, you empower people, you network with people, you have confidence, you get amazing business support, you mentor people, there's wonderful teamwork, you gain responsibility, it leads to success, you have a great team, even though we don't like the word manager or management in this because we don't manage each other, right? We just offer guidance. Yeah, that word. We don't manage, but you have great strategy, but that comes in character. But how do you develop that? You develop that by changing your mindset on things. Now, we just saw that, potential is an amazing positive word. But then there's unfulfilled potential, which is a very negative. Okay, so there's always 2 sides to a coin. There's the positives and the negatives, or a battery. Think about a car, positive and negative, right? You have to have both for them to work, but one's always got to be stronger than the other. And when you get yourself right, your positive should always outweigh your negative. Always, always, always. And any negatives that you come across, you should always be working on. Now, we're going to talk about the first 4 laws. Yay. The first 4 laws, and this is going to be in the book, all right? Make sure you download the book and you start reading them. But the first 4 laws, the first law that we're going to talk about here is the law of intentionality. Let that sink in. What's the word in there? Intentionality. It's the law of intention. You have to have an intent, okay? And you have to realize that growth doesn't just happen. How many of you, really quick question here, because I'm seriously interested in this, because I absolutely loved this show, this like documentary too. How many of you have seen, what is it, the movie of oh my gosh, it's gone. The Law of Attraction. There it is. The Law of Attraction. Annie, I will be posting a replay of this, and you can absolutely go back and watch the beginning part of it too, because there was some stuff we talked about in there. Okay. Yes, it was great, right? The Law of Attraction. I think that's like The Gift or something like that. Oh, The Secret. That's what it is. The Secret. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need more coffee. The Secret. Okay, I absolutely loved it, right? Did y'all know there's 11 other laws besides the Law of Attraction? Did y'all know that? Growth doesn't just happen, okay? As much as I loved that, from a teaching standpoint, from a mentoring standpoint, it can literally be a bad thing. Here's the reason why. When one of the speakers on there said he put $100 bill on his ceiling so that he'd wake up and see it every morning. That's great. That's absolutely great. Okay. But then the next thing you hear is, and then I just started getting checks. No, that's not how that works. See, there was like 85 different steps and about, 2,000 footsteps, okay, in between tacking that sucker to his ceiling and getting checks in the mail. All right. I wish, okay, my greatest wish is that I could write myself $1 million check, tack it on my ceiling, see it every morning, and all of a sudden I start getting checks leading up to $1 million. Okay. But it's not going to happen. I have to do work, right? And it starts with intent. What is my intent? My intent is to get $1 million, right? How am I going to do it? Because growth doesn't just happen. It doesn't just, you don't just look at the ground and say, I want a pine tree, and all of a sudden a pine tree grow. No, you got to go get some seeds and plant it and cultivate it, and then it will grow, right? And then you got to wait because it takes time. So know that the law of intentionality starts with an intent, and realize that growth doesn't just happen. There's steps. And no, I'm not knocking The Secret, guys, but just realize there's steps. The law of awareness. This is huge. You must know yourself to grow yourself. Oh, so now we just saw growth doesn't just happen, right? So the intent of changing your mindset is the first step, right? I want a better mindset. I want an entrepreneur's mindset. I want a top leader's mindset. Great. But who are you? Who are you? And I don't want to hear, I'm a mom. I don't want to hear, I'm an entrepreneur. No, no. Who are you? You are not a title that society gives you. You're not a role that society has placed on you, or that you've placed yourself in if you're a parent. Those are titles. Who are you? Who is Kathy Brown Muhammad? Who's Casey Jackson? Who's Christina Pope? Who's Tamalon Meeks? Who are you? I want to know who you are. Are you strong? Are you stubborn? Are you confused? Are you happy? That's who you are. I may not be that person. We can't always go by our titles. I'm a founder 2000. That's a title. But who am I? Who is Amy? Amy is strong-willed, extremely stubborn, confused on some things, kind of ditzy every now and again, faithful, very, very faithful, devoted, weird, but in a good way. That's who I am. You have to learn the law of awareness, which is who you are. Because only then can you do the next law, which is the law of the mirror. You must see the value in yourself to add value to yourself. How many of you sit there and go, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. I'm just not understanding. I'm not concentrating enough. I'm not having enough confidence in this. Say that. Let me know. How many of you have say, I don't know if I can do this. I'm not. Just those words, I'm not. How many of you say that during the day? Yeah, a lot of you. So when we sit there and say, I'm not, I can't, I won't, I don't, like, I don't know how to do this. How many of you say that? I don't know how. Here's the question. Why can't you learn? Yeah, y'all. Annie, guilty as charged. Why can't you learn? Why can't you take your negatives and turn them into positives? What's stopping you? Answer, you don't see the value in it. And if we don't see the value in something, we don't go for it, right? Why do I need that brand of coffee? Well, it says it's keto, but this one over here is cheaper. Which will be more value, my physical or my pocketbook? We have to find value in it. We have to find value in ourselves, and we have to see the value in ourselves in order to add value to ourselves. You have to see it. And therein too, you have to learn the law of reflection. How many of y'all look in the mirror? Like, look in the mirror. Like, actually look in the mirror. Everybody on here should say they look in the mirror, like, seriously, because I know y'all brush your teeth, or at least I pray you do. And I'm pretty sure you look in the mirror when you brush your teeth, just to make sure, especially while you floss and you get like in between those gums and stuff, right? So you do look in the mirror. The law of reflection, okay? You're seeing the value in yourself, and you don't like what you see. You're getting older, honey. Take every single wrinkle, take every single bag under your eye, take every shadow as a badge of honor. You earned everything, okay? You earned everything. So start liking what you see. Find the beauty in yourself, Annie. Now, the law of reflection. Learning how to pause allows growth to catch up to you. Wait, what? Wait, what? But we gotta work. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. Yes, when you have deadlines, yes, you got to meet those, okay? But when you're learning mindset, there's a lot of information that gets thrown at you. A lot. I am going to give you a lot of information in these morning meetings, okay? What you need to understand is that sometimes you have to pause and let the world keep going while you let it sink in. How can you do that? Meditation is great. Anybody who has heard our founder talk, and he will tell you outright, I'm possibly one of the only people he knows that can meditate for as long as I do. I can meditate for up to 2 hours, guys. That took an entire year and a half to master. So if I go MIA for an hour, I'm probably sitting on my floor with some nice aromatherapy, a whole lot of lavender, maybe a candle or two, and I am meditating. I am letting growth and the world come to me. You have to find that center. We can't just keep going willy-nilly, guys. So respect yourself, your inner being, your body, and just woosah, just breathe. Even if it's for 10 minutes. I challenge you, honestly, I challenge you, when you start getting flustered and upset, just stop. Stop everything you're doing at least once today. Just stop. Go to the bathroom, go to a quiet area if you can find a quiet area. If it's got to be the kitchen pantry, guys, roll with it, okay? Get in there, close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in for at least 10 seconds so that it gets all the way down into the bottom of your lungs. In through the nose, and slowly exhale for at least another 10 seconds through your mouth. Let all the negative just flow straight out. Do that at least 3 times in that one-time session, and then go back and do what you're doing. I promise you, I guarantee you, you will feel better, because what happens is when we take a nice deep cleansing breath like that and we exhale, the endorphins in our brain actually increase. They wake up and they're like, oh yay, okay, we can be happy again. And that's what you need. You need that increase in endorphins, okay? That'll help push you through what you need to get through. And it also help you find your focus. So definitely learn how to pause, to allow growth and the rest of the world to catch up to you, all right? Do that today, guys. I really, really mean it. Homework. I told you guys there's going to be homework, right? Okay, so, and if you came in late, make sure you go back and watch the replay when I post it in the EE Legacies Telegram and Facebook group. Definitely get in here, do your homework, and then email it to me. This is what it is, okay? You're going to write out a list in third person. Third person. That means you are not you. You are somebody else talking about you. Okay? So it's you talking about you. This is a self-reflection exercise. Now, exactly, Kathy is, okay, you're going to write down 5 of your biggest character flaws. Oh, yes, buddy, you're going to have to write that down. Are you lazy? Are you non-energetic? What are your 5 biggest character flaws? That someone would actually see you, with you, right? Because you're writing this down in third person. Now, to combat the 5, we're going to double up and write down 10 of our biggest character strengths. Ooh, I can say this about Courtney Palladino. Perseverance is definitely one of her biggest character strengths. How do I know this? The chick runs a lot. I cannot, and this is the negative. This is one of my flaws, okay? I'm getting ready to say that negative part. I cannot run like that, which I could if I worked myself up to it. Physically right now, I'd probably pass down after about 5 meters. So, Courtney, I'm gonna have to work myself up on that one, okay? So write down 10 of your biggest character strengths, okay? And yes, this can be painful. This can be painful for some people, but I know it was painful for me. Like, I literally sat down there and I cried writing out mine. This was actually my first bit of homework for my success coach classes. And that is actually where I'm gearing you guys up to, is to a level where you are a success coach, not just for your teams, not just for your potential business partners, but for yourself. What? Yes, that part. It is due by next Monday. Y'all got a week. 1 week. Okay? Motivation Monday, y'all. Get out there, get it done. Email me at forexcoachamy@gmail.com. Get that homework in. I'm your accountability partner on here. I see who all's here. Email it in. 5 of your biggest character flaws, 10 of your biggest character strengths. Due by next Monday. Write it out in third person. I don't want to see I am. I want to see Gary is loyal, but he can be quiet. It's just something like that. All right. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I will definitely post this in the groups. Love you guys, and I will see you all next Monday. Don't forget about our upcoming webinars. Today, we have, actually, you're probably going to see me again on I think I have an opportunity webinar. I don't even know anymore. I got to look at the calendar. Kathy keeps me in line. But anyway, thank you guys. Love y'all. Have an amazing day, and get out there and self-reflect, but think positive and take a moment for you. Bye, everybody.